Hi everyone, I'm Zuzka, the Craftsy Penguin. Welcome back to another video, and we're gonna have a chat. Grab a drink of your choice. I have some water because it's just we are at the tail of the heat wave right now. We are hoping for some storms to, clear the air a bit, make it a bit cooler, because it was awful yesterday, and it's like 30 degrees inside and it was about 38 outside, and it's in the city, and all of that. So yeah, I have a lovely cup that Tama found for me. We also have a blue and a pink one, of course, and it's unicorn vomit and all of that. I have some water in there, and yeah, get something to drink, hydrate, and come along for, I guess, a bit longer chat today. First of all, long time no see. I'm sorry. June was stressful, full of stuff, full of events, and I just didn't have the time. Sorry. And also I tried to edit those videos that I have looking on my hands, making stuff, maybe explaining the virus shawl stitch and all of that. And I found out that most of it is out of focus. So still, as I said last time, I need to study. I need to find some video tutorials about setting up the camera so that it focuses on the stuff you're making and not at, random specks around the screen or something. I still don't know how it does that. It's frustrating. It really sucks because I have like 45 minutes of, just me stitching, crocheting stuff, and it's basically coming in and out of focus during the footage, and it sucks. It sucks. But yeah, I also had quite a lot to do at work. I was out for some 2-day meetings, all of that. There were the final exams for the students at the university, which I need to make, the background for, make everything work basically, and set up all that is needed and monitor everything, and then put in the results and all the papers, all of that. So I was really stressed because this was the first time I was the person responsible for this, and the lady that used to do it before was there to help me, and she helped immensely, and she is so knowledgeable about all of this, and I would love to keep her there, but she's going into retirement, and I'm taking this agenda from her, so it was all new to me. I was really nervous. I had a massive headache the whole weekend before that. It was truly awful. So I was really glad when that was over successfully, I guess. There is now the holiday period in front of us, and it should be kind of calmer. So I have some home office time, some free days and all of that. So possibly I'll have more time for crafts and for video making. We'll see about that. I have lots of plans for crafts, again, as always, but we'll see how the free time pans out. If the kiddos are okay and at their vacation, as planned or not, because they just went through a new period of sicknesses again in the 30 degrees heat, all of that. Why not deal with risen temperature as well, and some sick stomachs and all of that. So yeah, so that's mostly how it looks right now, and why I was kind of away a lot from posting, on YouTube, even on Instagram, all of that. But if you follow me on Instagram, you might have seen a few things that I made. mostly 2 new mesh bags. So you can see them again here. These are the 2 bags that I made from not really scraps, but remainders of the Camilla yarn. I believe I've shown you that I had like 2 or 3 bags like this of Camilla yarns in various state of being used. And you know, 1 full ball is 50 grams, I believe, and I had like 2 or 3 full balls and then some remainders and all of that, some scraps. So last time I believe I showed you that I started a mesh bag with this blue and white variegated yarn, and I really did start that, and I made about like 2 rows, I believe, or 3. And then I found out that first of all, the bag is too small. It was really small, and that it was more than 3 rows. It was 3.5, almost exactly, when I ran out of that yarn. And I thought, well, it is too small, and I don't like this color for the bottom part of the bag because the white could get more dirty, you know, and all of that. So I ripped that out and I started this one with the pink bottom and then the variegated blue yarn as, you know, the accent color in it, and then this green one. It was given to me from my mother-in-law, and I believe she had it also from someone else. It was in a ball, and it was really tightly packed into the ball, so it thinned sort of, or it was stretched, so it was all different to work with, because I believe this is the true Camilla, this is the fake Camilla. Or was it? No, this one isn't. The blue with the gray is. And then this is also Camilla, but it was, you know, old and stretched, so it felt a bit different, but together, nice bag. And I finally did the calculation. First I tried to make it, you know, by memory or in my head, and then I wrote it on paper into my notebook, concerning the width of the bag. You know, if you start with, I don't know, 52 chains, how big the bag is gonna get, you know, meaning the holes in each row. So now I have this guide of this many chains means this many holes in a row and all of that. So I'll try to put that, sorry, my vocal cords just love to do this, stop working whenever I try to talk a bit more. Yeah, so I have the guide, and I'll try to incorporate that guide into the mesh bag tutorial, which is still to be edited. And I tried to make pictures for the written pattern of the mesh bag, and I believe I only made pictures of the start, you know, and I don't have pictures of the ending part. So I'll probably just take pictures as it is finished, you know, in detail, and put that into the written pattern and maybe update it later, because I made this bag and then I made this one, which my colors, absolutely. It was really fun because I started this when I was at the playground with the kiddos, or at home, I don't really know right now, but I figured out this color combination, and the purple in there, it's just, this was a small scrap. You can see it just made, you know, one handle and a bit of the hem, but and it's full of cat hair. And I started this and I took it with me to one of the 2-day meetings to just occupy my hands. I hoped that my colleagues won't mind that I'm crocheting while they're talking, so it was okay. It was kind of, you know, some people thought it's funny, but there was no problem with that. And I mostly crocheted, you know, in the spare time in between talking and all of, in between talks and all of that. But I had my cozy knit dress on, which is almost in these colors, you know. So I was working on this, and a colleague came and it was like, is it accidental or is it like to match the dress? And I was like, it's sort of accidental, but I just tend to choose these colors. So yeah, I'll be keeping this one because it's just my colors. So now I have like these two, the newest mesh bags, and the original, of course, the old one from Great Auntie Annie, and the first one that I made as a copy of that, and then that was taken by Marek, and then the second one, which was taken by Danik, and then I made this one for myself. And then I made this one for the tutorial. So now I have a whole selection of mesh bags, and I should probably give some away or I don't know, use them for something or give them to people. I don't know. But I thought I would use all the Camilla yarns for the mesh bags. I originally, when I started the first one of these two, this one, I had these piles of Camilla yarns, and I was trying to make, the right color matches and all of that. And I was counting, of course, with the weight. Is it? Scales. Scales is the right word. Yeah, I had the small kitchen scales with me, and I was trying to make, piles that would equal each one mesh bag in a nice... I'm sorry, my nose is so itchy for a reason. I don't know. Also, if you can hear, I don't know if you can hear it, but we have a really old and really reliable AC unit on. So if you can hear that, I'm sorry, but it is just too hot. We need to use that. So I had these piles, and I was thinking it looks like 4 full mesh bags can be made out of this. And I was like, yeah, I can use up all the Camilla yarn. It's gonna be glorious and amazing. And then I made these two, and I was like, okay, that's enough. And I still had, a bag, but with lots of small scraps, lots of smallish, 8, 10, 14 grams little balls of yarn. And I really didn't want to make a mesh bag that would be like every row a different color, or even a color change in a separate row. So I ended with the 2 bags, and I was like, okay, I'll just store this away and we'll see in a bit. Maybe I can make one with the red one, which was almost a full ball, or it was like 3/4 of a ball, and maybe that with the light blue or something. And then it was only like 2 days in between, I realized that the kiddos are gonna have this week of, it's sort of like the last week of kindergarten was last week, but it's the summer kindergarten in their kindergarten now. So they're still meeting their teachers, and as they were sick last week, they weren't able to say goodbye for the summer to the teachers and give them maybe some small thing as a gift or something as a thank you, because the teachers are are the sweetest. They're amazing. They have 2 young ladies as teachers, and they are just they are sweethearts. They're amazing, and yeah, just great kindergarten teachers. And I realized that we don't really have gifts for them. Well, last year and the year before, we used this thing that I'm planning to use again this week, which are gems, strawberry marmalade from my mother-in-law, which is absolutely amazing, and everyone loves it. And the teachers from the kids group where Danik used to go before, and where Marek also used to go when he was smaller, they just they remember it because I gave it to them, 2 years in sequence. And they were like, oh, that's the amazing jam. And we loved it last year and all of that. So I'm like, yeah, we already gave this to the teachers last year, but I'm going to do it again. But I wanted something to go with it because for Marek, this is his last year in kindergarten. He's going into school in September, which, wow, when did that happen? But I wanted to make, something for them or have something for them. And well, what do you do when you're a crafter and you can just make the gift? So I realized that I already made this or variation to this before for the teachers from the kids group. But this time I really got inspired by a small coin pouch that I have from a friend, from Veve. And it's made with Camilla yarns and a small zipper, all crocheted with mosaic crochet. So I got inspired. I have a lot of mosaic crochet patterns saved in my Pinterest board, and it's really a mess over there, but I can really go there and choose whatever. So I made 2 coin pouches or pouches for whatever, zipper pouches, with some of the Camilla yarns. And I really like these. I really like the structure of the mosaic crochet. It's this like sturdy fabric that it makes, and it has this resin texture on it. It's like, I'm not sure it's gonna show, but it's textured, and with use it gets smoother, it stretches a bit, but it's pretty sturdy. And I just used some both zippers and made chain stitch on the edge, and used the chain stitch as the first row of stitches basically, and then sealed it at the other end with a row of single crochets from the inside. So yeah, I really like both of these. They're so different color combos, and it doesn't use that much of yarn, but I was able to use some of the yarns almost to the end. The light blue one in this one, I have like this much left, so I used up the remainder of the Camilla yarn in this. Also the dark blue in this one, I have like 2 grams remaining, so really small, tiny balls. And after this is how much Camilla yarns I have remaining. So it's around 150 grams altogether, I believe. Is it? No, it's less than it was before the pouches, I believe. But yeah, I marked all the remaining. Sorry, I just keep sneezing and all of that. I have like, what is it, 2 grams there, 30 grams there, 17 grams of the purple, 16 grams of the variegated blue-gray, 34 of the pale blue. Yeah, so yeah, it might be over 100 grams, but many of them are like 1, 2, 5 grams, scraps. So I might be able to make more of the pouches, but these 2 are the gifts for the teachers. And well, as I was making the pouch, of course, one of the kiddos came and was like, I want to have one too. I was like, awesome, I will make you one. No, I like making these. They're quick projects, and I like the mosaic crochet, but at some point it gets, tedious and repetitive for some reason, and it didn't happen with these. These were really super quick because I took the smallest zippers that I have. I have this whole bag of zippers, and I have several ones that are 10 centimeters, and then I have some that are 12 or 14 centimeters, and you'd say it's not such a big difference, but 14 centimeters is like, it's more like a cosmetic pouch, you know, when you make it, so you want to make it sort of bigger. And when I was making that for the teachers from the kids group, I made it like this band of mosaic crochet, and the rest was this just solid color. And the solid color part was boring. So maybe this smaller version is better and easier on me and my attention span. So I'll probably make Marek one in like this, maybe in the blue and purple, if he's okay with that. We'll see. And I can see why most of the stuff is covered in hair, and why that combined with the dry air just kills my nose, because this is the bag that I keep the Pacific Rim shawl in, and I'm not sure if it shows. Can you see the cat hair on that? She tried to invade the bag, I can see that, or she tried to sneak past it onto the windowsill or something, because that was on the windowsill. I tried to take this, I had it with me on the meeting, but I didn't work on that. So I made some progress on the Pacific Rim shawl. We are just, second color combo in from the 14 that are in the ball of yarn. But this is how it looks for now. It looks kind of squiggly, but you can already see the hexagonal shape, I believe, and you can see how long the ends are getting. That's funny, really. That acute angle of that just, I find it fascinating. And it's made by making 4 stitches in the edges. It's like you make single crochet, half double, double, and triple, and you turn it and you make triple, double, half double, and single, and you continue with singles. And well, this is what it makes. So I will see how long the ends are gonna get. Maybe I'll stop it at some point. We'll see. But we're already a tiny bit in. There is a bit of space in the ball of yarn, and it seems like it would be a boring and tedious project, but so far it's not terrible. It's mindless. It's easy, sort of. You still need to keep track of the corners, but I can have a video up and watch that and just go along mindlessly almost. I also need to take care of my tension with this, because it's really easy, because it's kind of thin yarn and a bigger hook, and it's easy to tighten it too much, and it's also easy to make it too relaxed. So I have like 2 rows that I can see that I made too loose, and then I made it tighter again. So but it's not that visible, I believe. Well, it's kind of nice, and I'm looking forward to using this. I believe I could already like it's like a funny scarf right now, But it's gonna be a shawl. It's gonna be a Sonntag. It's gonna be a something. We'll see. But I'm mainly going to work on this right now, I believe, aside of making maybe the pouch for one kiddo, and then probably the other kiddo's gonna want one for himself, so 2 pouches probably in my future. And the Pacific Rim shawl, I also have other plans, because there might be some sewing in my future. Also, I need to edit that sewing video. Editing is hell. Sorry. I still have the bag with the materials for my cozy knit dress here at my feet, basically, because I want to make the other cozy knit dress. I intentionally bought fabric enough for 2 of them, so I'm probably going to make a slightly shorter version with different color combo, and then I will probably make the final, you know, chat about it in the sewing video probably. And also I think I showed you a while ago, I'm sorry for hitting the camera, I think I showed you this fabric that I got for Cleo, and I gave it to her for her birthday with the thought of making something for her, sewing something for her, and I didn't know what exactly, because she was talking about a skirt. I proposed a t-shirt, but there's quite a lot of the fabric that it would be like 3 t-shirts, and I wasn't sure if it would be okay for just, you know, a simple circle skirt or something, but she found this oldish cotton skirt that, well, cotton blend skirt, and I can feel in my hands that it's sort of like, you would say felted for wool. This is not felted, it's cotton knit, but it has this like springy feel to it from, you know, washing and all of that, from use. So it's, yeah, and it's black, it's not gonna show up. It's just a big flowy paneled skirt with an elastic at the waist, and she would basically like a copy of this skirt because she used to wear the black one all the time, but it's now a bit too stretched, a bit too big in the waist and all of that, so she wants it a bit smaller basically, and she wants it made out of this fabric. So I will attempt to copy the black skirt into this fabric, and I hope that's gonna work. It's it should be quite a forgiving, you know, pattern, so it should be quite easy. I believe it's like, what, 6 panels? Yeah, it's, sorry, I'm out of the frame, but it's 6 big, huge, you know, what is it, like triangular parts of the skirt, and yeah, I believe I'd be able to do that. So I'll try. So that's some more sewing in the future. And also I would like to make some embroidery. I have my embroidery box over here, and I have some plans, and I hope I will be able to show you in one of the next videos. Those should be smallish embroideries, maybe you've heard about it. Charlie from the Stitchery is making this big community project, a patchwork something of people's embroidery pieces. So she asked for tiny little, you know, squares of embroidered anything, or, you know, she then said it could be any kind of fiber arts basically, or even painting on fabric or whatever, but I'm looking into making some 2 or 3 pieces of cross stitch, because cross stitch is basically the only kind of needle art that works for me because the freehand embroidery is just, I don't know, it doesn't work for me that well. So this you know, pixelish art of cross stitch is safe for me, and I have some ideas for that, and I want to use a piece of an older embroidery that I started and didn't finish. So I want to make some trick with that to make it, you know, interesting, and to mark that it's made out of 2 halves of embroidery, you know, the older one and the newer one and all of that. So I'll try to work on that, and I will hopefully show you that very soon. But we also have some vacation plans, and I will see if I'll be able to, you know, maybe vlog something, show you some pictures or something like that. We'll see how that's gonna go, because I'm not really great with filming outside amongst people and all of that. My Czech videos about architecture are, sort of a leap of faith into that, because in that case I at least feel like I'm talking to like a group of tourists, all of that, like I was a tour guide. But just vlogging among people outside is like, I don't know. But maybe I'll get better at that, get better feelings about that. And also, as you all know, I don't want to show the faces of my kiddos, so it's kind of not that hard, but it can be harder, filming at our vacations when they are with us. So we'll see how it looks this summer. We have some plans, and the most exciting ones for me personally, outside of the family plans and all of that, is that I'm going back to Toulouse. And I'm so looking forward to that. I spent a year, well, not a full year, 8 months in France, in Toulouse, in southern France when I was studying, and I did my Erasmus there, and it was it was a year that changed so much. It changed so many things in my life, and I loved the city and I loved the places over there, and I'm looking forward to getting back there and seeing the places again. And I'm worried that I will be like crying all the time and I will be touched and moved and all of that. And of course stuff has changed, because I was there in the school year of 2009-2010, so it's like 16 years ago. For example, I know that there is a whole new building built in the place where there was a parking lot in front of my area of university accommodation buildings where I stayed, where I lived. So in front of that whole piece of university, there is a whole new building of Faculty of Economics or something like that. So, wow. But yeah, that got built, from, I believe, 2015 or something. It's quite a long time already that it's standing there, and you can see it on Street View, of course. So you can see even the faces of the building on Street View as they took, pictures every other year or something. But yeah, there's gonna be changes, but I'm looking forward to going to Toulouse so much. It's gonna be, it's gonna be emotional, of course, but I'm looking forward to showing the city to my husband. I just want to show him all those places that I knew and that I enjoyed. So yeah, going back there, I'm hoping it's not gonna be super terribly hot, because it's still in southern France. It's under the Pyrenees, but under the mountains and at a huge river, which cools the area a bit. But now, in the heat wave, the whole France had terrible temperatures, like over 40 degrees, and Toulouse had like 36, 38, so similar to us here. But it can get hot over there, so I'm hoping we'll get there in a few days. That's not gonna be that hot, we'll see. And if it's gonna be hot, well, we'll survive somehow. We're not of the kind of people that suffer from heat that much. We suffer from the cold more than from the heat, but of course this is too much for us as well, so we'll see. And yeah, with that, I believe that's mostly all all of what I wanted to tell you for now. I'm hoping to make more videos now. I really need to look into that focus issues on the camera, because I really want to make more tutorials and tips and stuff of crocheting stuff that's looking under my hands, you know, while I'm making, and it's not possible if the camera is doing all of that nonsense. So I'll try to get educated on that topic, and I hope to have more videos for you really soon. So thank you so much for spending your precious time with me. I hope you'll have a great summer. I hope you'll stay cool if it's too warm for you. I hope it's gonna be sunny and warm enough for you if you enjoy that kind of weather. And for now, have a great time. Enjoy crafting, enjoy creating, and enjoy the colors. Goodbye.